I want to see this animatronic come back so badly, more than any other animatronic ever, and of course I am talking about... It's that time of year again. These are my 5 Spirit Halloween 2023 Flashback Friday predictions. Let's get right into it. For everything scary, I'm GMHaunts, and I am very excited to say that it is once again that time of year. Spirit Halloween prediction season is once again upon us. It seems like every December, January, and February is a time the haunters in our little community get together to try to predict what Spirit Halloween is working on for the upcoming season. And today, I'm going to throw my 2 cents into the predictions bucket by participating in what has become an annual tradition on the GMHaunts YouTube channel, and that is my top 5 Flashback Friday predictions for the upcoming season, this year it being the Spirit Halloween 2023 season, which is of significance because 2023 is Spirit Halloween's 40th anniversary. But without further ado, let's jump right into my 3rd annual top 5 Spirit Halloween 2023 Flashback Friday predictions. Alright, so kicking it off with number 5 for my Spirit Halloween 2023 Flashback Friday predictions. This is a very interesting animatronic and one that you might be a little bit confused as to why it's on my list. And yes, it's Hugs the Clown. I really don't want to have Hugs on my list because me personally, I have a pet peeve when people want recent animatronics to come back for Spirit Halloween, and Hugs is a pretty recent animatronic because obviously he was last sold in stores in only 2019, and 2019 was not that long ago. So if I was watching my own video, I would probably be getting mad that I'm saying Hugs, but I do have a reason for this. My main reason for having Hugs on my prediction list is mostly because it feels like over the last couple of years, haunters have been kind of pushing for Hugs to make a return in stores because of how popular he was back in 2018 and 2019 when he was sold in stores. I also missed out on Hugs. Obviously, I was collecting back when he was around, but I never picked him up, and now I regret that because in my opinion, he's one of the better recent memory clown animatronics that Spirit has manufactured with SVI. So as much as I wish that I didn't have Hugs on my list because he is a pretty recent animatronic, I had to add him in because I'm not gonna lie, I would enjoy seeing him come back for the 2023 season and have a spot once again in the ISE. And he is my number 5 on my Spirit Halloween 2023 Flashback Friday predictions. Alright, so jumping right into number 4, the rest of my list is very old or older animatronics. Nothing like Hugs that was kind of recent. My number 4 for this year is Pumpkin Nester. Now, interestingly enough, Pumpkin Nester has been on my Flashback Friday top 5 prediction list every single year since I started doing this 2 years ago. This is the 3rd time it's being featured, and that's because I really want to see Pumpkin Nester come back. It seems like every year for the last couple of seasons, it's kind of been like a given that Pumpkin Nester would return, and then it never actually happened. In 2021, for the Halloween Factory, we saw that Pumpkin Nester did have a reference in the ISE with him being the Employee of the Month. And then this past season for 2022, Pumpkin Nester was featured as one of the animatronic blind bag character figures, and he still did not come back as an actual animatronic. So if anything, I feel like it's been 2 years in the making for Pumpkin Nester to officially make his actual in-store return, and I feel like it is kind of likely with it being the 40th anniversary for 2023, and I would really hope that we do get Pumpkin Nester return because he is probably my favorite swinging prop that YJ and Spirit has ever made. Alright, so we have gotten down to my top 3 most wanted flashbacks for Spirit's 40th anniversary, and my number 3 is none other than the Ripping Reaper of Souls. Now, yes, I did have Ripping Reaper on my list last year, and unfortunately, he did not make his return, so I'm adding him once again as a kind of final resort to hope that we get to see him for the 40th anniversary. Now, interestingly enough, with Ripping Reaper of Souls, just a couple of weeks ago, a prototype made its way on into the haunted community, kind of like resurfaced. And this is not an original prototype from 2009, a remake prototype that was manufactured by YJ and was the year that it was supposed to be re-released, is mysterious as of right now. I'm very much hoping that he will end up making his return for the 40th anniversary for Spirit Halloween 2023, because the Ripping Reaper of Souls is one of my favorite animatronics of all time, and I would love to see him make his Flashback Friday return and be again in the IAC in the themes for this year, and I very much hope that the Ripping Reaper will be sold for Spirit's 40th anniversary. Alright, so my number 2 is an animatronic that I know a lot of other people are also hoping will make his return for the 40th, and that is the Evil Scientist from Spirit Halloween 2014. The Evil Scientist was a fantastic animatronic and one of the creepiest and most realistic that Spirit has ever released, in my personal opinion, and I know in a lot of other people's opinions as well. He was manufactured by New Ray Sun. He had amazing audio, very cool animation with his mask dropping under his mouth so you could see his sharp teeth. Such a fantastic animatronic, and I know a lot of other people were disappointed that he did not come back last year for 2022, with it being the Dr. J. Reaper's Monster Laboratory theme, and he would have fit in really well. However, he did not return. I feel like if he is going to come back, it would make sense for it being the 40th anniversary, because again, Spirit could bring back a whole bunch of animatronics, with it being their 40th, and if they do, I think that Evil Scientist should be a part of that, because he's a fantastic animatronic. Either way, I am very much hoping that we see the Evil Scientist come back, because I love him so much. I would love to buy him, and I do not have the original model in my collection, so I hope that he'll make his return for Spirit's big 40th. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is a big moment. We have gotten down to my number 1 prediction for Flashback Fridays for the Spirit Halloween 2023 40th anniversary season, and this is actually the same number 1 that I had on my list last year. I want to see this animatronic come back so badly, more than any other animatronic ever, and of course I am talking about the Barnyard Butcher. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. The Barnyard Butcher is one of the most heavily requested, if not the most heavily requested Flashback Friday the Haunters are asking for. And I am hoping that he will finally make his return for the 40th, because like I said, I had him as my number 1 last year, and he did not come back for 2022, obviously. So I am hoping that maybe for the 40th anniversary, he will make his return. Now, just like the Evil Scientist, Barnyard Butcher was obviously manufactured by New Ray Sun. That did go out of business, but is now back in business, basically, because they have resurfaced as a new company, known as FU is the name of the company. I know they have a much longer name, but I'm not really sure how to pronounce it. They are basically back in business, which means that Barnyard Butcher's return is now possible once again, and I feel like Haunters have been asking for Barnyard Butcher for many years now. This started all the way back in 2020, when we saw our very first Flashback Friday, Uncle Charlie. People have been asking for Barnyard Butcher since then, and it still hasn't happened. My last wish is that for the 40th anniversary, we will see Barnyard Butcher come back, just because the amount of people asking for him, and it just seems so perfect that 2023 is the 40th anniversary, and maybe Spirit will throw us a bone and give us Barnyard Butcher after asking so many times and asking in so many prediction videos just like this for him to come back. I love Barnyard Butcher so much. I do not own the original one, and this is one of the scariest, bloodiest, and just most creative props that Spirit Halloween has ever sold, in my personal opinion, and I want to see nothing else from Spirit than to see the Barnyard Butcher come back, because he's incredible. He is one of my top favorite animatronics that Spirit has ever made, and I very much hope that they'll finally cave and bring him back for the 40th 2023 Spirit Halloween season. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it, my 3rd annual and 3rd consecutive Spirit Halloween Top 5 Flashback Friday prediction video, this year being for the 40th anniversary for 2023. Please let me know in the comments down below what Flashback Fridays and what animatronic you are hoping will make a return for the 40th anniversary, and let me know what you thought about my list. Do you also want to see Barnyard Butcher come back as badly as I do, or any other things that I mentioned on my list? I am just so excited for the 40th anniversary of Spirit Halloween, and I plan to make some other prediction videos talking about some other things that I'm predicting, as well as predicting other Halloween companies such as Home Depot, because I know obviously they go bigger than ever every single year. But I guess, remember as always, for everything scary, I'm GMHaunts. I'll see you guys later for more Spirit Halloween 2023 predictions. Goodbye.